Danny Bonaducci, life coach.
I am Danny Bonaducci, life coach, and you can call me right now with anything that's bothering you, hurting your feelings, making you mad. 1-800-252-1025. Excuse me. We'll also take your emails at lifecoach@kzok.com. Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE. Speaking of emails, do we take emails? Yeah, lifecoach@kzok.com. I believe we'll start with one today.
We will indeed. But remember, when you email or call 800-252-1025, you can change your name if you would like to. Carla in Woodinville has sent an email to the Life Coach. I met a guy on an internet dating site. I still had a boyfriend at the time, but I came to realize that my relationship with the online guy was more serious and fulfilling. So I broke up with my boyfriend.
Uh-oh.
I love this new guy, but the problem is he can't seem to get over the feeling that I was cheating with my old boyfriend before I broke up with him. Obviously, I don't see it that way. He's worried that this is a kind of pattern that I'm going to repeat.
Do it to me. Do it for me. Do it to me.
Well, I disagree. He has been acting paranoid, and I think he's been sneaking peeks at my phone. How can I reassure him? Or is this just a bad sign for our future?
All of it's weird. And here's the one thing you can do right there. He's sneaking peeks at your phone. Give it to him. Why does he have to sneak? That seems crazy to me. When my ex-wife needed to look at my phone, it's because she was right. I was cheating and I was lying. If you think, I don't want to say it's all the time when this happens that the person who thinks it is right. But if I'm in a relationship, with it seems weird to do this with my wife, Amy, but if I'm just going around my house right now thinking, what's on that phone? That phone's weird. And she protects it and I don't get a chance. It's because she's hiding something. So I don't know that you're hiding something. Let your new boyfriend see your thing. Were you cheating on your old boyfriend when you met him online? Yeah. The reason he thinks that you were doing this is because you were, but you two can work it out. And I don't want to see the dark side of everything, but I think he's playing you a little bit. He knew who you were and what you were doing when he met you. I just think he wants, I think he wants his cake and eat it too. I think he wants everything that he can get. He'll get over it. If you really want him, go ahead and pursue this. But, the fact of the matter is you started on a negative playing field. You were, from what you say in your email, you were cheating. Here's what you said to me. I had a boyfriend, met a new guy online. You didn't tell me about the breakup. It's a small thing. I always say to make your bet sure. I think it's a good idea to find the next one before you get rid of the old one. I think everybody's going to shake out on this, but I don't think he's really as upset as he sounds. He knew what he was getting. I just think he's playing you in some way. Let it all shake out. Everything's going to be all right. Thank you for the email, by the way.
800-252-1025. Make the call if you've got a problem because Danny Bonaducci, Life Coach, can help you. Ashley in Seattle, you're the next caller.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
What's up, darling?
My boyfriend's been on probation for 2 years, and he's getting ready to get off on April 14th.
Right, congratulations.
And he's done all this. He had a 9-month treatment program to do, and he completed it. But I've been the one that's been paying for all of this, all of his court hearings, his attorneys, his probate, all his court fines, everything. I paid for everything, and whether that's right or wrong, I don't know.
It's
but
wrong.
I did, and I know, but he's finally getting off. I've been waiting for this for 2 years so that we can go to California to visit my family. Well, his mom just called last night from Texas, and boom, she wants him to come to Texas on April 15th, the day after he gets off of probation, to help out because the Spurs are winning and they're selling all these T-shirts and making all this money, and she wants him to come down there. And he wants me to pay for the plane ticket for him to leave, and a one-way ticket. Are you kidding me? I don't even know what to do. I don't want to pay for the ticket. I don't want him to leave.
No, you're not doing any of these things, Ashley. You sound like a lovely young lady. And, I am skeptical about why you would pay for the court costs and the treatment thing for a guy who's on probation. What do you win at the end of that contest? You win a criminal. I think you should cut your ties to this cat right away. And certainly, imagine if you married this guy. That's going to become your mother-in-law. And what does that family do for a living? They sell T-shirts outside a stadium. I don't love them. I think that you got, I feel bad. I don't want to be the negative guy because I think the last emailer got played. The difference is does your boyfriend know he's playing you? Because if he just wants you to, can you help me? Can you pay for things? Then he's a boyfriend in need. But if he's thinking, oh man, I can't wait for her to pay things and then I'll split, then you're getting played. And I got to tell you, Ashley, who I love and adore, I think you're getting played. And I think it's no coincidence that the mom wants him in Dallas or Texas the day he gets off probation. And why the day he gets off probation, people ask? Because he couldn't cross state lines up until then. This guy's a bad news. He's a bit of a punk, and I don't like him, Ashley. I would say move along, and move along away from that mom. Just remember, every day when you wake up, that's not my mother-in-law. You'll feel better about it. Thanks, Ashley.
If you've got a question for the life coach, there is still time this morning to make the call to 800-252-1025. Remember, change your name if you would like to. You can be anonymous. You can call yourself Danny Bonaducci if you want to.
That'd be confusing, but you can.
It would be a little confusing. And the email is lifecoach@kzok.com. John Doe in Seattle. See, he gets it.
Yeah, yes, unless his name is actually John Doe. Be weird.
Be really weird if I said, this is an email from Danny Bonaducci asking Danny Bonaducci for help. John Doe has said, I've been with my wife for almost 13 years. We've been married for 8. We have a 4-year-old, but we've been fighting pretty consistently for 5 years. We've been in therapy off and on for the last 3 years. We have a really good therapist now, but I'm feeling really hopeless that we can't fundamentally change and make things better. We're both exhausted. We mostly sleep in separate rooms, and we rarely have adult relations. I'm wondering if you think people can change this situation, or should we just split? I'm a child of divorce, and I don't want to put my kid through that, too. This stinks.
Well, here's the thing. The fact that you don't like it doesn't make it wrong. If you've been in therapy for however many years it was, and you've been fighting for 5 full years, at some point, you have the education. I like that you're waiting for the education because under most circumstances, I'd have gone already. And then in most circumstances, I think any wife I've ever had, and there's plenty to shake a stick out there, would also go. I think that you've got all the education that you need to know leaving is the right thing to do. And Dr. Phil once told me, you got to know your life's not going all that well if you have to talk to Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil once told me, how does this work out? It's better to be from a broken family than be in one. And I thought he was a guy smarter than he looks and certainly smarter than he sounds. I think you're dragging your 4-year-old, I believe it was, through this, and there's no reason for that. I think it might be time to cut ties. And, if you can live together, I tried that, and it did not go at all. If you can live together in separate rooms and not fight tooth and nail every day when you see the other person and remind them how much you hate them, you're probably going to be okay when you're divorced and splitting custody with the kid. It's not going to be all fight. So I think you should bring that up to your therapist the next time you see him. Hey, I'd really think, I was listening to a life coach, and he says it might be time to move on. And I'll bet money if you show him the letter you showed to me or the email I got, he will say, yeah, with that information, it's time to move on, buddy. Good luck.
You can still call 800-252-1025 if you would like to get the help of the life coach, because he can help you.
A genius, that guy.
Also, the email is lifecoach@kzok.com. David in Enumclaw. Is there a statute of limitations for dating a friend's ex-wife? They've been divorced for 5 years, and he has since remarried. I have strong feelings for his ex, but I'm hesitant to make the move because of our friendship. What do you say?
Man, I'd be so sure. It's a really good question. So, me and Paul are hanging out one day, and he gets a divorce, and then eventually gets married to a new woman, a wonderful woman.
Is her name Vacation?
Yes, and he's on vacation. Paul's ex-wife's name is Holiday, and I think, you know what, I've always loved Holiday. What a wonderful woman she is. So years go by, and was I supposed to change her name?
No, I just find this whole thing very uncomfortable.
You find it uncomfortable.
Paul's face is very
Danny's
red.
marrying my wife.
You know what the weird thing is? The jelly gets at home going, I hope this really works out. Wants to call me stepdad. But the thing is, serious biz, the answer is kind of almost no. You can't date your friend's ex. You can't. There are rules about that. But yeah, I think there's a statute of limitations. He's moved on. But here's the thing. This is a big jump for you to say, hey, I have feelings for you. This might be the weirdest, most and then, if this doesn't work out for you, you've made all sorts of people uncomfortable here. If the girl doesn't like it, the guy hates it. But I always say follow your heart. Here's the thing. If it works or if it doesn't work, it's absolutely going to change your relationship with your friend in a negative sense and forever. So I think you should be really sure that the girl likes you a lot. And you're not going over, maybe it's going to happen once because everybody's going to think we're all grown up. But you're never going over for dinner at your friend's house.
You and Paul aren't going to hang out when you're married to Holiday and he's remarried to Vacation.
It's too weird and everything's bad about it. So I would suggest being really sure. But if you can resist, then don't do it. But if you're thinking to yourself, she's the one, then take the shot. Always follow your heart. And maybe there's a chance in hell your friend will forgive you, but it usually doesn't work out very well for anybody.
Got time for another email. And if you would still like to make the call, you can to 800-252-1025. We've got an email here from Michelle in Seattle. I am so in love, obsessed with a man. He has a drinking problem. He takes prescription meds on top of all of his drinking. We've been together for 12 years, and the last 2 we've been living apart, but still hooking up. We've always talked about fixing our relationship and getting back together. He tells me he needs to be a better man for me and that I deserve better. But I recently learned that he's been having relations with someone else and is now living with her. How do I stop loving him and get over this?
Well, the first thing you do is whatever it is that you go for, you do it immediately. Because, oh, man, I can't believe it. I just feel bad about me and with the guy I used to be. Do you know how many women I've said that to? No, I can't come right there and I can't be your serious boyfriend. I need to work on you deserve a better man than I am. And that's in the meantime, he's sleeping with that girl down the street. This guy sucks and I hate him. And it's an old story. I'm improving myself, so I can be with you. It's so he gets you and the other girl. I think, like I said, in this one, I don't want you to get your heart broken here, but I would think the fastest you can just move along, if you can move along and not have another boyfriend, do it. But if you need a boyfriend at some point, right now for comfort, then stick with this guy while you're shopping. I have no problems with that. Yeah, it's a little deceitful. I don't care that much. If that which gives you the comfort to go on and move out and be your own woman. But this guy's lying to you. I need to be a better guy for you. That's always a lie. Unless they're being the better guy. If they're saying, wait right here till I improve, what they really mean is, wait right here till I do whatever I want. Because if I do terrible things, if I go out and sleep with some girl that we don't even know, well, of course, I told you I have to be a better man. I even said that to you. I got to be a better man. If I wasn't sleeping with that girl, what would I have to be a better man about? This guy is no good. Whatever it is, whether it's a new guy right now and you stay with this guy till you find him or just break up with this guy, you should break up with this guy. Either way, he's no good and he lies.
She's getting played, huh?
Yep, a lot of getting played this morning.
Yeah. We've got an email from Stacy in Redmond.
By the way, if you're one of these people getting played, it's not such a disaster that you're scarred for life and everybody's making fun of you and we all knew you were stupid. It's not like that. Some guy did or some girl did something behind your back and got away with it for a minute. It's not a scar for life, and go on.
Stacy in Redmond sent an email. My boyfriend has an annoying habit of asking his friends to come along when we go out on what I consider to be a date. He doesn't ask me beforehand. They just show up because he's told them where we'll be at what time we'll be there. This bugs the heck out of me. How do I get him to stop or at least tell me before he invites others to join us when we go out? I guess rolling my eyes and displaying an unhappy body language when his friends show up, that message is not getting through.
No, when it's rude to the friends, it's not their fault. It's not right to make them rude. I don't go around quoting my ex-wife as some kind of genius, but I will tell you what she said to me one day, and I got it immediately. And then I'll explain this after I say it, because you might go, what the hell are you talking about? One day, my ex-wife said to me, Danny, I didn't marry Scott. And what that meant was Scott was coming with us everywhere by my invitation. I loved hanging out with Scott. I thought it was awesome fun. Thought the ex-wife did too. I think don't roll your eyes. Don't have weird body language. You know what? I'm not going out with the whole thing anymore. I'm going out with my husband and or my boyfriend. And you know what? Who's paying for this? Who's paying when all his friends join you for dinner or whatever it is, the movies? Is your boyfriend taking the brunt of that financially? I tell him that what my ex-wife told me is I did not marry whoever that train of people is, and just stand your ground on it. You don't want to go out with them anymore unless it's by your invitation. You're half of this couple, so plant your feet in and just tell them, you know what? I didn't marry these guys. I want to spend time with you. Hey, that is all the time we have for Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach. Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE.